March is definitely moving in like a lion today. Heavy snow now falling from Alabama into the Carolinas, and winter storm warnings are posted from Georgia all the way to Maine.
And we're tracking a mega storm in the making as this system will move into megalopolis here tonight and tomorrow. We've got the impacts and where they're headed coming up right now on Weather Center.
Thanks for joining us. I'm Carl Parker. Our top story today is an amazing, multifaceted storm that is likely to be one for the books in the Northeast. And across the South, snow is now falling where tornadoes dropped from the sky just yesterday. Reports already coming in from several cities. In Montgomery, we've got a good bit of snow. In Atlanta, reports up to 3 inches. In Memphis, 5 to 7 inches of snow, as much as 10 in some parts of western Tennessee. And along with the snow came thunder and lightning today. An incredible day, Kim.
Absolutely. Now, we forecasted that too, because when you get a system like this, a pretty dynamic system, a lot of cold air aloft, moving this direction, and where we saw rain change to snow, we saw thunder, we heard thunder and saw lightning in some areas, and bursts of heavy snow. Whenever you get thunder and lightning in a snowstorm, you get a burst of heavy snow. And in some areas we saw that. And look at the track of this thing from Missouri all the way into southern Alabama. Pretty impressive amounts. You know, as mentioned, up to 5 inches around the Birmingham area, depending on where you live. In Athens, 2.5, Columbus, 3 to even up to almost to 5 inches of snowfall here. And we had moderate to heavy snow for hours. So this system, a very dynamic one, as mentioned, a lot of cold air with this. And that just means we get a lot of air that's rising. So we can get snowfall rates, you know, maybe 1 inch per hour in some cases. And Carl will talk about the potential for the Northeast coming up. Still under winter storm warnings in Atlanta. Now, the northern suburbs, we saw it now switch over to more rain. Okay, some snow mixed in there and rain, but in some areas we picked up a couple of inches. Now, winter storm warnings are up for the Carolinas. It's not here yet. We're starting to see that change over just now into Charlotte. All right, a little rain snow mix here, but it will change over to all snow. And we are under winter storm warnings, and we're going to pick up 4 to 6 inches of snow in your city by the time this is all over with. The upper level system should track up this direction, and with it, change a lot of this over to snow. Temperatures very critical for tonight. We're going to see temperatures around Atlanta drop below freezing into the 20s. Now, if the wind can't clear the streets, there could be some issues on the streets tomorrow morning. Still snowing in Macon. Moderate snow out here. And earlier, again, we had thunder and lightning around Atlanta. Okay, now that has shifted off to the south, and we should see an end around the Atlanta metro area here coming up very soon. I'll show you the forecast now. For some cities, we're going to take you right now into Charlotte, where it's a rain-snow mix, and we're looking at temperatures dropping, okay, tonight in the 20s and the 30s tomorrow. Here in Raleigh, in the 30s by 6 o'clock. Then we'll see temperatures dropping to close to freezing, and we'll see a change over to snow and moderate to heavy snow. We're going to pick up 3 to 5 inches of snow. We're under winter storm warnings as well. For the rest of us, temperatures out there in, well, they're in the single digits, not single digits, but in the teens or 20s and 30s, I should say 30s. And again, I'm sorry, but we're looking at some rainfall here for some of us in Florida. Very light stuff moving in, but no severe weather expected here. All right, Carl, let's take them to the Northeast and talk about this mega storm.
Yeah, one little wave of low pressure has been coming through the Northeast, so a little bit of snow today in parts of the Northeast, but the big storm is off to the south. The mega storm is now coming through the Southeast, through the Carolinas, and that precipitation is just beginning to come up through Virginia. So we are getting reports of snow up and down that 81 corridor in Virginia. This is mostly rain here in Richmond, a little bit of a mix around Fredericksburg. That's going to begin to sneak up through the D.C. and Baltimore area, and gradually we're going to watch that rain-snow line migrate farther along towards the east as the colder air comes in and the dynamics move in as well. So it's going to turn over to all snow. It's going to be fairly heavy snow in Baltimore and D.C. starting later tonight, continuing through the evening hours, through the overnight hours, and into the early morning. So by tomorrow morning, there's going to be a lot of snow on the ground here in the D.C. area and then farther northward as well. All kinds of areas across that 95 corridor getting absolutely pounded by snow in the next 24 to 36 hours. There is that big upper level low. Look at this thing. I mean, mean, that's really cranking up. That's about as well formed of an upper level system as you're ever going to see, and that's the one that's going to be lifting up and along the coast here. So how does it work out? Well, we've got the first system that's moving out. That little low is now moving out, and here's the bigger system coming in through the night tonight. So again, the heavier snow is going to set up in Baltimore and D.C. tonight. If you have any traveling to do across this region, you want to do it now if you possibly can, because later tonight it's going to be difficult, if not impossible. The winds are going to pick up. There actually could be thunder snow. We could see snowfall rates of 2 to 3 inches per hour as this upper level storm moves in. Then tomorrow, it's going to continue to slide up the coast. So really, overnight tonight, and then getting into the early morning hours, it moves up into New York City and then moves into the Boston area through the morning. In all of these areas, it could be a very difficult morning commute, and we are talking about tremendous amounts of total snowfall, probably 6 to 10 in Richmond, Baltimore, and D.C., 8 to 12 in Philadelphia, in Trenton, and New York City, getting up in Hartford, probably 6 to 10 in Poughkeepsie, and then into the Boston area and Worcester and Providence, and all of those cities, probably 10 to 15 inches of new snow. And again, there's going to be a lot of wind all across this region, Kim.
All right, stay with us. We're just getting started here on Weather Center. Now, still ahead, we'll show you where this winter weather is causing big delays on the road and in the air. Now, check out the scene here on Interstate 40. This was earlier today. Some motorists were stranded on the roadway for more than 9 hours.